This is the Ucat score that got me into KCL. I got 2890 and I got 840 in my decision making section. I want to show you how you can get 840 as well. Let's go. So I've put a question up here. Brewed coffee contains caffeine, volatile substances, and organic acids. Volatile substances lend a distinct aromatic flavour to coffee. Organic acids lend a bitter taste to coffee. The graph shows the relationship between the extraction time and the amount extracted for the three components. And then you've been given the graph which shows caffeine as the black line, volatile substances as the dashed line, and organic acids as the really thick black line. Coffee brew extracted at 4 minutes is the least flavourful. Let's go to 4 minutes. At 4 minutes, volatile substances are at their highest. Right, what do volatile substances do? I'm looking back. Volatile substances lend a distinct aromatic flavour to coffee. Right, so that's clearly just wrong because it's the most flavourful because it's got the most distinct aromatic flavour at 4 minutes, so it's no. Among the three components, caffeine is the quickest to dissolve in water. Well, as we can see, caffeine just goes up straight away, and obviously you need to brew it in water. So yes, it's the quickest to dissolve because the amount extracted is the highest initially. Someone who prefers bitter coffee should brew it for about 8 minutes. So if we look at the component, the property that associates with bitterness, it's organic acids. Let's look at the really shaded black line. Okay, so yes, organic acids are at their highest at 8 minutes, therefore the conclusion follows. For a perfectly aromatic cup of coffee, the powder should be ground finely. And this brings me to my point. We've not been told anything about the powder being ground finely. You don't use the knowledge that you already have about powder and surface area and catalysts or anything like that. You've not been told, so you don't know. Okay? For all you know, that could make it worse, it being ground finely, because who knows? Am I a barista? No. Do I work at Costa Coffee? No. Have I been told? No. So I'm going to put no. Okay, the higher the temperature of the water, the more bitter the taste of the coffee. Again, we've not been told anything about temperature and the bitterness of the taste of coffee, so it's no. Right, this brings me to my next point. Correlation does not always indicate causation. If you've been given a graph like this, obviously you're not going to be given the same graph. You're going to be given a different one. Let's say it was about autism, the prevalence of autism in the birth of children, and the exposure to television in terms of hours, okay? And then there was a massive correlation that the more television you're exposed to, the more prevalence of the risk of autism, okay? And then there's a conclusion that says that television increases the risk of autism, okay? And then you would have to say no for that, all right? Because you've not been given enough information, and correlation does not always indicate causation. So whenever you're not given enough information, you can't make a conclusion. And whenever correlation does not indicate causation, you cannot make a conclusion. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you're going to smash your DM, and you're going to get 840 or even above, okay? Get better than me, DM me that you got better than me, and put me in my goddamn place because I want you all to succeed. Thank you for watching, and do leave a follow.